Sup guys, I've been reading some fan mail recently and it seems like people want me to be a little more topical with what games I talk about. I mean, I don't understand how that could be the case considering I've already talked about Mario 2, but whatever, today we're going to be discussing... Son of a bitch. Looks like we're sticking with the trends and talking about the video games that seems like everyone's talking about for about a month or so. You see, in the world of video games you got shit, hot shit, and then the really hot shit, and today we're focusing on the latter. Viral games are what most people refer to these as. Games that may end up just being passing fads, but still end up making their mark with the little time and spotlight they had. These games permeate the video game industry whether people like it or not. Sure, it isn't always a game developer's intention to make a game more popular than the Bible, but for one reason or another these games blow up mostly due to factors surrounding the internet personalities, or just random happenstance. So why not try to cash in on those happy accidents by talking about some of the most popular games according to the internet, starting with... Fortnite, the game that popularized the Battle Royale genre and that thing your 7-year-old nephew won't shut up about. Yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm not a big Fortnite guy. I'm a strict consumer of exclusively Mario and stupid Nintendo shit, so Fortnite obviously doesn't meet my quota. Sure, I played it a few times a couple of years ago with friends because... I don't know, I was bored. I played it, but I can't really say it left much of a mark on me. However, that didn't stop it from being more persistent than the swine flu. Fortnite is one of the most popular games in the entire world, and while it isn't as inescapable as it was a few years ago, it's still pretty big. This is a battle royale game, one where you try to collect a ton of different resources and weapons in a pursuit to be the last man standing out of about 100 people or so. For my first game, I dropped here, found some weapons, and then ran around for 14 minutes until I killed a bunch of players who I'm pretty sure were bots and won the game. Somebody called Ninja. Alright, this game's a team match, so naturally I'm going to drop very far away from my allies. It may be a video game, but I still have social anxiety, you know? After running around again for some odd minutes, I reunited with my team, killed some more players who I'm pretty sure were also bots, and won again. God, this game's so easy. Yeah, I don't think I'm much of a Fortnite guy. The addition of bots since I've played last, and the general outcome of matches resulting in you never actually interacting with other players until the very end of the game, just kinda makes it boring to me. The helping things are the somewhat annoying microtransactions and the bland environments around me, like, wow, I'm in upstate New York? Well, you could've fooled me. Well, since Fortnite didn't work out, let's try a game that isn't a battle royale, like Apex Legends. Damn it. Apex Legends is another battle royale developed by Respawn Entertainment and the spawn of greed that is EA. Apex released in 2019, and while it never reached the same heights as Fortnite, it's still a pretty popular game that was able to find its audience. And well, despite a somewhat overwhelming tutorial, I think Apex is actually kind of fun. I'm normally ass at most first-person shooter games, but the fast-paced movement, character-specific abilities, and general art style and presentation made me appreciate this game a hell of a lot more compared to most other battle royales or shooters in general. I was able to actually get some kills here, and I'm sure that if I played with some friends, I would get even more out of the experience. So, even though I only played 2 matches, I would be down to coming back to Apex Legends again in the future. You did good, EA. You did good. Now, on the other hand, we have PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, a, say it with me now, battle royale title that in a way spawned the boom in the genre as a whole. Originally starting development as an Arma 2 mod, it actually predates Fortnite's battle royale mode by just a couple of months. So yeah, it's pretty neat that PUBG is technically the first battle royale game. Too bad it's hot garbage. God, why does this game look so bad? I'm playing it on the PS4, yet it still looks like an early Xbox 360/PS3 title, and I know for a fact that the creators couldn't make it look better due to low sales because PUBG is currently the 5th best-selling game of all time, despite it only being 3 years old. How the f***? As for the game itself, it's fine. Unlike Apex or Fortnite, PUBG doesn't really have a gimmick that makes its Battle Royale gameplay stand out in any way. It's basically just the core structure of a Battle Royale title, but without any interesting visual style or standout gameplay mechanics. Nothing interesting happened when I was playing it either. My entire team and I died when the play area closed after being stuck inside a house, and in the next game I got shot down on a bridge. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, now we're getting to the games I actually somewhat enjoy. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout is yet another Battle Royale game, but thankfully there's a twist. Instead of being a third-person shooter, a first-person shooter, or bad, Fall Guys is an online platformer where you and 60 other players compete to survive several obstacle course minigames to be the last man standing. It's essentially the video game version of game shows like Takeshi's Castle or Wipeout, and while it's got nothing on Wipeout for the Wii, it's still a pretty good time. What I think I like the most about Fall Guys is its simplicity. The only actions you can do outside of movement are jump, dive, and grab, so more often than not the game rewards skill rather than luck, compared to most other battle royales where a lot of the time your ability to win or lose is decided upon how lucky you were to get good loot. This may also be my platforming bias, but I also find it more engaging, largely due to the game's presentation. Instead of playing as a normal, boring, fleshy human character, you instead get to be a perfect, fun, jelly bean shaped character that can be customized with aesthetics and apparel that actually don't feel impossible to earn without spending real world money. The only downside of Fall Guys is that the minigames can be a little repetitive. Even with the game being in its second season, there are still a couple of minigames that get repeated far too often to the point where it kind of lessens the overall game's appeal. Because of that, this game fell off people's radars incredibly quickly, which I think is a bit of a shame. Fall Guys is really fun and I wish more people would talk about it, but sadly due to those minor gameplay issues, it's sadly the biggest fad out of any game here. Of course, there is another pretty big reason as to why Fall Guys lost its popularity, which leads us to Among Us, the internet's current craze that allows you to take part in my favorite pastime, murder. Among Us is an online party game where you and various other crewmates try to complete tasks and identify imposters among your group, while those said imposters try to eliminate and deceive other crewmates in order to win. The game is similar to other titles like Ultimate Werewolf and Town of Salem, and like those games, the real fun comes in trying to deceive, disprove, or figure out who is innocent and who is an evildoer. When a body is discovered or an emergency button is pushed, a meeting will occur between all the alive players where everyone will have to debate in real time or in game chat who they think is guilty. In these meetings, truly anything can happen. Your alibi could be completely rock solid, but if you do a piss poor job of defending yourself or if other players simply don't believe you, then you could easily be voted out of the game. Alternatively, as the imposter, doing a good job fibbing up a story while sneakily trying to get away with murder can be really fun and heart-racing, especially if you can actually get away with it. Like Fall Guys, Among Us is a pretty simple game, however the social element of the title helps to make it near infinitely replayable. Games can be drawn out or short and sweet depending on the skill and actions of the players, and so long as you have a fun group of friends to play with, Among Us is sure to be an incredibly entertaining time. Also, unlike most of the games discussed so far, this one just sort of popped up out of nowhere. Among Us is actually 2 years old, making it a bit of a weird anomaly. Most popular games on the internet really only maintain their popularity shortly after they release, but for some reason Among Us was a sleeper hit that just so happened to only recently become popular. It's kind of odd, but for a free game on mobile or $5 on PC, Among Us is a pretty good time all in all. Helltaker is a puzzle game where you play as this guy on his quest to go to hell and create a harem of demon girls. Finally, someone made a game about the lucid dreams I've been having recently. You go through several puzzle-based stages ending in a small dating sim-esque conversation with that level's demon girl. It's a pretty fun and short little indie title that blew up either because the internet was horny or because everyone got really into Satanism recently without me noticing. It's probably the first reason. Anyway, if you got like 2 hours to kill, then I'd say Helltaker is worth it. It's free and short, and it's not like you're really losing much in giving it a shot. Just don't go tell the Catholic Church about this, I don't think they'd be too pleased with it. And finally, let's take a look at the best-selling game of all time, Minecraft. Minecraft is a sandbox game where you can pretty much do whatever you want, whether it be survive, craft, or make horrible atrocities. Minecraft is an incredibly open-ended experience, and is one that I've easily spent hundreds of hours on throughout the years, to the point where I could easily give Minecraft its own video. I've been playing Minecraft since it first came out on the Xbox 360, and despite the new updates that overcomplicate the game and the somewhat pointless and never-ending spin-off titles, I still love Minecraft, and I'll probably keep playing it and enjoying this game for years to come. Video games can become popular for a variety of reasons, whether it be because it followed a trend, was pretty replayable, or was just simply a high-quality product. Multiple factors can translate into a game's popularity, and honestly, any game could reach the heights that some of the ones here did. However, in most cases, most games that become popular are merely created out of a need to just become popular rather than stand on its own as a good game. Sure, the variety I looked at here today was certainly more quality than not, but in a lot of cases, popular games on the internet only stay popular for a short time or so. There's just sometimes not enough meat to these games to keep them going for a long period of time. However, that doesn't mean they should be immediately written off. I'm sure the developers of these games hold those sales numbers or hours played counts with pride. It's just in my opinion, I think games should try to be their own thing and not be the billionth battle royale title in an already overstuffed genre, simply because it's the hot new thing. Despite that though, people shouldn't hate something just because it's popular. I might not like Fortnite, but I can still tell it's a very well put together game with a lot of thought put into it. Now PUBG can just fuck right off. Whatever, it's not like my opinion matters. We live in a world where Baldi's Basics floods the toy sections at Walmart. I've seen hell and I'm sorry to say we're currently living in it. Viral games can be a little annoying to see everywhere, but they're not all horrible. Well, those were some games that are or were popular on the internet, but obviously that was far from all of them. Who knows, maybe if I'm running low on ideas someday I'll make a part 2. But until then, I'm going to continue reading some fan mail. Let's see what this one says. You didn't talk about Mario 2. Damn it!